Urban Gateways has been engaging young people in arts experiences to inspire creativity and impact social change since 1961. The following program celebrates the 60th anniversary of Urban Gateways. The Art and Speaker Series highlights the intersection between the arts and thought-provoking topics. Each event will feature compelling artists, some that are part of the Urban Gateways network, and some from outside the reach of the organization. We invite you to sit back and take in some powerful perspectives that we hope will leave you feeling inspired. Special thanks to the sponsors for this event. Thank you, Salmon's Financial Group, Scotson, Werner Co., Deloitte, ITW, Robin, Salomon and Pat Limited, Eric McKissick and Cheryl Mayberry McKissick. We are grateful for your support.
Hello, I'm Kelly Coomer, Chief Information Officer of Salmon's Financial Group and proud board member of Urban Gateways. I appreciate the work Urban Gateways is doing in the Chicago community to bridge arts across all socioeconomic groups. Throughout history, art has inspired action. It's a mirror reflecting the thoughts, images, and emotions that drive change. It shapes narratives of social movements and provides a voice to the otherwise marginalized. Salmon's Financial Group is an advocate of social change, and one of the ways we take action is to support organizations that help to shape the culture, creativity, and growth within our communities. Our deep commitment to charitable giving and employee volunteerism led to $3.5 million donated to local organizations in 2020, with employees contributing 2,175 service hours. As a financial services provider, Salmon's Financial Group's vision is to create long-term enduring value for our customers, our distribution partners, our employees, and our communities. We make it a point to partner with community organizations that align with our vision of long-term strength and value. By providing young people opportunities to refine artistic skills, share their talents, engage in critical thinking, and explore new possibilities, Urban Gateways inspires creativity, provides voices to young artists, and creates immeasurable value for the youth of Chicagoland. On behalf of Salmon's Financial Group, happy 60th birthday, Urban Gateways. Thank you for your ongoing commitment to the young people of Chicagoland. Your work makes an impact for our kids and our community.
Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. Barack Obama. Welcome back to another installment of Art And. Today's installment is titled Art and Changemaking. This is a special Art And because we have found 3 incredible young leaders that we can't wait for you to meet. Let's meet them right now. First up, we have a fantastic young leader by the name of Carol.
Hi, my name is Carol Scotson, or in the Polish way pronounced Scotson. I am a first-generation immigrant. I was born in Poland. I came here in 2002. And I've been doing arts my entire life, but living in an immigrant household is very difficult when you want to do the arts because they will push you to do law and nursing and all that other stuff. So I'm currently studying psychology, which is a science-based field, but I'm also in a local punk band. I do music and art. I do visual arts for the band. So I still try to keep with my arts as much as possible and try to make it without having to sit behind a desk all day and just do statistics, although I do love psychology. I was a former member on the Teen Arts Pass Teen Council, which is affiliated with Urban Gateways. It was a little program for 13 to 19-year-olds to go see the arts, and I was really interested in that, and I love the arts. I wanted to work with youth, so I applied, got in, and I worked with the program for about 2 to 3 years. I went to see another Cinderella story. Oh my gosh, it was so good. I play bass, and the bassist for that and all the music for it was amazing, so I was really into it. My art kind of goes everywhere. I do digital art, I enjoy printmaking, I enjoy scoring music and writing stuff. When I was younger, I just knew I loved art. I've always been like the one quiet art kid in the class in middle school. I've always been very ambitious, and that's kind of what killed my passion for art when I was younger. I've always known I wanted art, but I've always abandoned it. It clicked with me in definitely after I graduated high school. I had a friend who got me into music, and unfortunately he had taken his own life. I think about him every day to this day, and after I graduated high school, I was very involved in the music program, and this wasn't, it hasn't clicked with me yet. I was still like, I'm going to be a psychologist, I'm going to be a lawyer. That was like what I thought that was what I was meant to be. Art was just a hobby always for me. But I was very involved with the music program, and when I realized that I had to abandon the music room, I had to abandon all these teachers, all these great friends I made, I kind of, I got really sad, and I felt like this kind of abandonment from like the physical room itself, like not even the people, and I kind of realized that it was a connection to my friend who, he's always pushed me to do music. He was like, you're gonna make it, you're gonna do something with your life one day, and you're gonna be in music, you're gonna do art. And I was just like, I don't know, man. Got a random text message from this individual who was asking me to play bass in a band. My band played our first show. It just clicked with me that this is what I'm supposed to be doing, but the build-up is it's just starting. This journey is just beginning, so. And now I'm in a very strange point in my life where I am doing music, art, and school all at the same time, and I'm very content with it. I've never been really satisfied with my art as I am right now. I'm making like really interesting stuff for my band.
Up next, we'll meet the very talented Diego.
My name is Diego. I'm a sophomore at DePaul. I'm a former teen council member. I'm the oldest of 7 kids. I'm Hispanic, and I'm an artist. I moved to Chicago from New Mexico about 6 years ago now. So I'm a musician. I love music. I grew up, around music. My dad was a musician. So are all my siblings. We have a family band together. We do mariachi music, which is really fun. I really like music because it's a way to see the world for me. I've had so many opportunities because of it, and I've seen, I've performed in tiny like 1-bedroom apartments, and then performed in like giant, big ballrooms. But it's been a really cool way to see all sorts of people in all facets of life. I ended up playing the guitarron because I took a class on mariachi, and they didn't have anyone on the guitarron, so they had me, pick it up. At first, I don't know, I didn't feel like there was a lot of glamour in being the bass player, but now I really love it. I realized that I had musical talent, I think, when I I would go out with my family, and we would like play on the sidewalk. We'd busk, and people would, you know, come up to us and say like, wow, like, you know, you made my day, or I really like that song, you know, that reminded me of someone, or, you know, that song just makes me really happy, or makes me feel. It kind of like caught me by like shock. I think music is like magic. It can have power over people. You know, I can't really tell you why, but you know, that's what it does.
And finally, we have the coolest 12-year-old we've ever met, Kennedy.
I'm Kennedy Jordan Turner. I'm 12 years old. I'm in the 8th grade, and some of my favorite things to do are play volleyball, hang out with my friends, draw, read, and bake. But before any of those things, I think that I'm an artist. I wrote a book and illustrated it with my mom last year called Little Black Prose for Little Black Girls, and I illustrated the whole thing myself. And it was really fun to do. I did 26 separate drawings for each page. I don't think I've ever drawn that much in my life, number one. And number two, I was having a lot of fun just doing the thing that I really like to do. I really like art. I'm both a digital and a traditional artist, so really all I do is draw. And I have a lot of fun drawing. I really love drawing because it's a really good form of self-expression for me, and I can draw people who look like me. I like to draw my friends sometimes as well, and I like seeing the shocked look on people's faces when it like actually looks like them. I really got into art in early elementary school, maybe 2nd or 3rd grade, and I was drawing this like what I would call really, really bad now, but I was drawing this girl, and my friends were fascinated. They like came over to me, they were like, oh my gosh, Kennedy, that's so good. Can you draw me? And I was like, yeah, sure. So I was just copying people's facial features onto the paper, and I guess that's really how I got into art, and that's how I realized that I actually had like a talent for it. And with that talent, I've like learned to create like other things, like how I did with my book, and I sometimes do commissions as well. And I really like art because art is subjective, and it can be anything you really make it or anything you want it to be. Because who's gonna check me if I say, like if I put a blob on a canvas? It's art.
Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. Harriet Tubman. Our 3 speakers today are very different people from different ages, ethnicities, and upbringings. They each have the power to make a change, but we are curious to know what change-making means to them.
Change-making is acknowledging a problem, and it's being the pioneer, and it's being the person who knows that there's a problem and knows the information behind it and can hype up other people to make change happen.
I believe that change-making is the idea of being able to sway someone's viewpoint and making them believe in something that they didn't originally believe in.
I think as a change maker, it's important to be caring for others. I think, you know, I think you have to be a fighter to be a change maker, because people may not always agree with you or believe in you, you know.
I think that the skills you need for change making are determination, ambition, and the confidence to believe that you actually can change anything. Whether that's like maybe your neighbor's mind about when they should mow their lawn and it's not 7 in the morning, or changing the world.
So in the arts, I've noticed there is a lot of problems. But one of the biggest ones is accessibility. But it is inaccessible, especially for the youth. Like, you don't see people my age or younger going to the theater, for instance. And that makes sense because shows are expensive, especially if you're going into the like theatrical art.
You know, I would say like addressing inequality is different than solving inequality. Solving inequality, that's like a big problem. But that is what I'm trying to do in the long run. You know, I take a lot of issue with the fact that just existing, you know, costs money. It costs money. It costs money for food. It costs money for water. It costs money for, you know, electricity. And in a world now that's becoming more digital, needing a computer for class. Everyone deserves the best possible life, you know, they can get.
Being somebody who was on the Teen Arts Past Teen Council, I think that was really important. Programs like that facilitate youth collaboration for one, but not every school has the opportunities to be able to have the resources for that.
I was on the Teen Arts Past Council. I really liked that they are, you know, addressing issues of accessibility. Some people have a lot less money than other people, so the financial impact of, you know, spending that money is bigger. So being able to lessen that financial impact, you know, which is what Urban Gateways is doing. I think that's something that's like totally awesome, and you know, being able to bring, you know, the arts experience to more people.
I am a change maker. I think anybody can be a change maker. Change doesn't have to be this big, daunting thing like taking over the world, but it can be even the smallest thing, like changing one person's opinion.
But I am very much an introvert. I'm a very soft-spoken person, and when I'm in a big environment, it takes a lot for me to actually speak up for myself, which is a problem I've been dealing with my entire life. I try to be a change maker. I try to influence people that I see with dominant personalities to make the change. I'm just kind of like the person like giving you notes, like, hey, look at these stats. Do something about it, please, because I know I can.
I try to be a voice for people who may not always have a voice. Whether that be, you know, standing up for someone who's getting made fun of or getting bullied.
Every leader and change maker has to have a support system. They need people who believe in their mission, their vision, and most of all, they need people who believe in their commitment to make the world a better place.
My band, they're a huge support system. We're kind of a little family. Like we're each other's best friends. I wish on anybody to have a support system like we do.
I think that I have a pretty great support system. It consists of my mom, my dad, and the rest of my extended family. They love me a lot and they support me with everything I do, which is really great and it feels really good.
I'm very grateful to have an awesome support system. You know, I have my siblings, they're awesome. My parents have, as artists as well, and, you know, as people who, you know, as minorities, you know, encourage me to you know, be myself and use my voice to speak up.
Kennedy's mother, Dominique Jordan Turner, has taught her everything she needs to know about being a leader. She co-wrote Little Black Pearls for Little Black Girls. Here's what she had to say about why writing that book with Kennedy was so important.
From the time that our little girls come into the world, they are bombarded with images and messages that don't always affirm who they are as individuals and future leaders. And so as moms and caring adults, we must work just a little bit harder to ensure that our little Black girls grow up to be confident and strong women who understand their true power, their beauty, and their intellect and the value to the world. And so that's what Little Black Pearls is all about.
To improve is to change. To be perfect is to change often. Winston Churchill. Here's what our three remarkable young leaders are doing to make change right now.
I mean, I do play in a band. We're all queer. We like to dress up interestingly. Our lead singer likes to dress up in a dress, and they like to just look not conventionally. And you know, our lyrics are often about like what it feels like to be in the city as opposed to in areas that are a little bit less accepting of queer individuals. And we also cover songs that are typically very dad rock, to say, very conservative, and we make them queer. It's our way of making change. We're making art that kind of, you know, doesn't fit the norm. That's meant to be our whole aesthetic. We want to change the distance, the coldness, from perceived coldness at least, that you see between bands. We don't want to be a brand. We want to just be a family. That's kind of what it is.
Music is what I want to do with my life, but right now I'm studying computer science. I work on a software called TunePad, or it's a website, and basically what it is a place where people can create music through code. Some people might know how to code but not make music, and some people may know how to create music and not code, and some people may not know how to do either but are interested in jumping in. One of the things I like about TunePad so much is that the people on the team over at Northwestern, they're trying to create a culture of street coding, is what they call it. And basically what that is using code as an art form. I like that they're providing a gateway and like a platform for people, who are, you know, economically, socially at a disadvantage, to be able to get into that and hopefully, you know, get a leg up in the world.
One way that I think that I've made change is with my mom and I's book. When I illustrated the book, I put a lot of different skin colors in there because Black women are really underrepresented in the media, and I wanted other young girls to have that representation that they deserve to have. Our book inspires confidence in young Black girls, and I think that has made change, not necessarily worldwide, but I think it's changed a lot of people. Mothers and daughters have apparently had better relationships, according to what my mom's told me. People have apparently come up to my mom and said that it's changed their relationship with their daughters, which is great because I didn't realize that people would actually have like a beneficial impact from a book that I illustrated. It's crazy. And according to the Facebook comments that my mom shows me, a lot of young girls have also been inspired to write their own books, which I think is pretty cool because seeing somebody who looks like them and acts like them is writing a book, so why can't they? Which I think is a really great message.
Change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past or the present are certain to miss the future. John F. Kennedy.
So regardless of your age, your race, your sex, if you want to make change and if you want to be there to support people, especially if you're privileged, do it. Do it right now. You have all the opportunities. You have social media. If you know somebody who's younger, especially, and wants to go see the arts, if you know an underfunded school that needs art supplies, just please do something about it. But I am the type of person to send data to the people who can speak. If you are like me and you know stuff and you know somebody who has a voice, give them the information and let them use their privilege of having a voice to just make change. And in that way, you can also be a change maker because you are supporting a movement that's going to happen.
There's only one you in the entire world. And the value of that is that you have a completely unique perspective from anyone else. If you speak up, you become magnetic because people who believe in the same things as you do will be moved by your courage.
If I had anything to say to another young Black woman who was feeling down and needed a boost of confidence, I would recommend her Pearl number 13 from our book. Women are leaders, Black girls are leaders, you are a leader, and don't let anyone tell you anything different. That statement to me is really important because no matter what chapter you're going into your life, you're always going to need some reaffirmation somehow, and I believe that this pearl is a really great way to recognize so.
And if you've gotten this far and you're interested in post-punk industrial music made by yours truly and a bunch of squirrels from my band, we're called Divisor, spelled Divisor. We're on all streaming platforms, social media. We're most active on Instagram if you want to follow our shenanigans, because we are a very odd group of people. Our Instagram is div.stagram, like Instagram. Feel free to follow us. We're going to be releasing an EP by the end of October, God willing. And we're planning on playing little house shows. So if you would like to network, if you're also a musician, if you're an artist and you would like to just do your things, I would be more than happy to talk, and I would be more than happy to collaborate and just make art and music with you guys.
So feel free to check me out on Instagram at I am Diego Lucero. You can find my rock band Demolition Dreams on there too. Also check me out on Spotify, Diego Lucero. I'll be dropping an album soon, so definitely check that out. I'd really appreciate it. Check out my family band too, Cielito Lindo, on Facebook, Cielito Lindo Fam on Instagram.
If you want to see more of my art, you can go to my Instagram at Kennedy J. Turner. And if you want to see more of me in general, you can go to my website, which is www.kennedyjordanturner.com. And if you want to buy my book, it's Little Black Pearls for Little Black Girls on Amazon, and it's also linked on my website.
We look forward to seeing all the amazing ways our young speakers create change by standing up for equity and equality, acknowledging how representation matters, and creating access for all. Join us next time to discuss our final installment, Art and Looking Ahead.
Special thanks to the sponsors for this event. Thank you, Salmon's Financial Group, Scotson, Wernico, Deloitte, ITW, Robin, Salomon and Pat Limited, Eric McKissick, and Cheryl Mayberry McKissick. We are grateful for your support.